Hey guys, Sarah Ansboury here, and I am with my women's doubles partner, Regina Franco, and we're gonna show you something that we like to do sometimes to work on our transitional ball, otherwise known as our third shot, fifth shot, one of those types of things. So this is how it's gonna be set up. I'm gonna start at the non-volley line, and Regina is gonna start at the baseline. Important factor here, I'm gonna start the point, okay? I'm gonna feed the ball to Regina, and she's gonna practice hitting her third shot or fifth shot, whatever it takes for her to come in. We've set two targets up to think about on that transition. We've got a corner target and an inside foot target. So an important factor here is we're taking out the serve and return, but we're making it dynamic. So the point play is important when you're working on a third shot drop and that transition ball. Second thing to really think about is directionality. So we're going the longer distance. It's gonna give Regina more time. And if I were on the other side of the court with her as her partner, she would be putting that ball in front of me. So it sets up a lot of plays. So this is a really important thing to work on. Okay, so we're gonna be a little bit cooperative on the first couple shots. Once she comes in, we're gonna play it out. So we're really making sure we're coming forward. As we're starting, I'm gonna take my feet, and what I've gotta think about is I've gotta be able to cover the outside cone and the inside cone. So I've got my toes pointing at Regina as the transitional person, and I'm gonna put about 60% of my weight on my inside leg. So that's kind of my anchor as I'm feeding that ball, okay? And she's gonna come in and play it out. And she would normally put that ball away on me. So important thing, she's gonna go back and we're gonna do it again. A lot of players, when they're working on their third shot, they just sit at the baseline and hit it over and over again. That's not very realistic. So we want her transitioning as if in a normal point. So notice the pace that she's moving. She's basically walking, she's not rushing in, okay? And what that's gonna do is gonna create really nice weight transfer, good follow through. So she's ready for the next ball. Plus, that's gonna really put a good arc on my side and make my fourth shot a little bit more difficult. Great ball, really making me reach. So as we're staying in this point, I really want to keep my body facing this target, okay, so that it opens up my ability to move the ball. Almost had it. So what happens a lot is someone is over here, they're facing this direction and the ball's coming from here. So they get really stuck in this lateral motion. So what we want to do is kind of square to each other, not the net. So we're going to keep that forward motion. And the other thing to really be important, so when I'm feeding that ball, notice that when I feed it, I'm just letting my paddle hang out, okay? So I'm not going to hit it and then try to get back to ready. I really want my paddle to kind of reach all the way to my target, because the transitional ball isn't just about the person transitioning, it's also this person here dealing with the transition. So my job is to try to make those shots difficult on Regina as she's coming in. Okay, I'm gonna kind of keep pushing the ball towards her feet. Her goal is to keep that paddle out in front of her and basically stay as calm and as loose as she possibly can, okay? Get there. Hello, that could have gone on forever. So notice a big factor here, our inside foot, okay, this is really key, is really staying loaded. That's kind of our stabilizer. It keeps our body. So what happens a lot is this person pulls back and leaves this cone open. When we're in our correct positions, we want to be able to cover both quadrants of the court and stay in a forward position. Both sides are equally important here. Make sure we're being competitive with this as well as cooperative. The mistake players make transitioning is they're so worried about coming to the net. That transition ball, third shot, a fifth shot, a seventh shot, those are your setting shots. It also sets up a poach for your partner and creates a lot of opportunity on the way to the net. Remember, what we're focusing on in this drill is our transition shot, whether you call it a third shot, a fifth shot, whatever you want, as well as the person at the net dealing with that fourth shot. Both sides are equally important. We've got to work on both, not just one. Remember, we're really focused on directionality and positioning. As always, we want our paddles to stay out in front of us where we can see it. I want my chin nice and high, something that I think about on my follow through. If I hit below the net, I want my paddle to finish above the net. Get that paddle above the net, ready for the next ball. Keep checking out new drills and ways to work on your game at totalpickleball.com.